Hi there, this is Jill Jardine, host of the podcast Cosmic Scene with Jill Jardine, available on all major podcast platforms, including Spotify, Apple, and through the BLEAV network. So welcome to the video edition of Cosmic Scene. In this episode, I'm going to talk about Uranus and Gemini and how it impacts every zodiac sign. So remember to follow, subscribe, give us a 5-star review, share, and give me a like. And to book a reading, you can connect with me on my website, jilljardineastrology.com. So put on your seatbelts. We're in for a wild ride for 7 years when Uranus goes into the sign Gemini from April 25th, 2026 through 2033. We're in for radical change in communication and technology, the AI media and learning revolution, and a collective awakening and revolution, which could be disruptive, and so many other things that are going to go on. Check out my podcast audio, Cosmic Scene with Jill Jardine on Uranus transiting Gemini, to hear more. But in this, I'm going to go through each zodiac sign and tell you what you have to look up for or out for, or how you can have the stars guide you during the next 7 years. And again, I've been a longtime astrologer for over 35 years, counseling many clients, reading thousands and thousands of charts. So when I share a forecast like this, it's coming from experience. It's coming from my years of being in the trenches with people. And again, if you want to book a reading with me, longtime Western astrologer, and more recently, in the past 10 plus years, a Vedic astrologer, check it out at jilljardineastrology.com. So let's talk about this. This is about the Uranus in Gemini generational shift in communication, AI, and consciousness. This is news you can use. I'm going to cover each zodiac sign, but be sure to listen if you know what your ascendant or rising sign is and your moon sign, because it's going to be just as applicable. And I'm using the solar house system, meaning that where does Gemini fall in the solar house? For instance, the first zodiac sign, Aries, it would be the natural home, the third house. So as I go through this, I will tell you which realm in the zodiac, in the house system, the 12 house system of the zodiac, is being activated for you, and where your focus should be, or where you could have some major shifts in the next 7 years. So I'm going to start with the first sign of the zodiac, Aries, which again would put everything in its natural home. So then Gemini's in its third house, communication. So Aries out there, you're going to wake up. The way you communicate is going to change. You're going to be very stimulated. Your mind could be on overdrive. You're going to want to write, teach, speak. It's also third house, which affects travel, getting your car, travel, driving, having trips. It's also the house of siblings. There could be a lot of changes with your siblings, Aries. You're really being asked to adapt and stay flexible in your life, as Uranus is going to electrify your mind and communication zone. It's igniting you to communicate, try new things, and especially try things that are tech related. So your ability to communicate could get enhanced, and get yourself a microphone. I'm not using one here, but speak into the microphone daily just to hear the vibration of your voice, which is your healing power. And write. If you don't have a journal, get one. If you can't write every day, at least write every week, because when you look back at what you've written in these 7 years, it's going to be very powerful for your whole life. So write those thoughts, write those channelings, write what comes to you during these 7 years, Aries. Okay, Taurus, boy, are you going to be happy, because this Uranus in Gemini activates your solar second house. Show me the money, honey. This is your time to start making some dough. You're going to find that there are changes, though, in what you value. Your income sources and your material priorities may shift rapidly, and you can become very creative in how you make money. Work smart, not hard. So if you don't like how you're making money, this is a time when you can make a big shift. Your finances and values are being revolutionized. you could make income through a side gig, through tech media, or in an unconventional way. And so Uranus in Gemini is about communicating your skill set in a new way and using your voice differently. And it goes without saying, second house is the house of self-worth. So to the extent that you can improve your self-worth is the extent to which you will improve your financial wherewithal. And I'm going to give you all a little graphic here so that you can see how you are being affected. I have the notes and everything that you need to see on this little drawing of the different signs. So we have Aries and Taurus here. Now I'm going to move into Gemini. Hang on to your hat. You will ride the cosmic roller coaster for the next 7 years. You might as well enjoy the ride. Everything is up for change. Choose wisely. You may be impulsive as this new energy hits you in flashes like lightning, tuning you up, bringing you new insights, illuminating your intellect, and bridging your conscious mind, Mercury, your chart ruler, with the higher mind, Uranus. So you will be amped up. You're running very high frequencies through your system. So it's imperative that you take care of your health and do spiritual powers to hold all these new frequencies. You will be very experimental, driven by freedom, and ready to live outside the box. People will see you as a trailblazer, and you can be excited and get ready for all the changes that are coming. Cancer, here we are, fourth sign of the Zodiac. Yes, you're in for a spiritual awakening, but it's also a subconscious and karmic time of realization. You may feel you are straddling the past, present, and future all at once. Life can get trippy. Uranus enters your solar 12th house, awakening your inner world. Breakthroughs happen in your subconscious, your spiritual practices, and the behind-the-scenes life. Old fears and limiting beliefs may dissolve, suddenly freeing you up. Dreams and intuition flashes can be startlingly accurate, and your dreams may also be very precognitive and stay with you throughout the day. This is a period of deep mental rewiring and hidden genius work. Expect deep inner transformation. Your subconscious is being rewired, and intuitive breakthroughs could come suddenly. So that's a lot to look forward to. And as I have in the JPEG here, so ground yourself. Very, very important. Let's move to Leo. It's activating your solar 11th house. Find your vibe, find your tribe. So this will bring in new friends, communities, and causes that feel stimulating. You are finding your tribe, whether you are the member or a group leader. And you're accessing part of yourself that is being fulfilled by connection with groups. And you may join or start a cutting-edge social group or text-based groups. You might join groups online that you feel a kinship to. And there's going to be people coming in these groups that you feel a heart connection. Well, you're heart-centered, aren't you? Heart-centered connections. And so you also will have a very active social life. It goes without saying, because it's all about new friends as well as these groups. And you may find yourself more open to working with technology or connecting with an online presence, Leo. So get ready to be wired in, Leo. Virgo, it's activating your 10th house of career and public image, and what we call in Sanskrit your dharma. What is my life purpose? It's beyond your job. So find your true life purpose. Do what you love and the money will follow. Virgo, sudden shifts in professional direction are possible, sometimes feeling like a surprise swerving you to your true calling, and you may become known for innovative or unconventional work. So you could experience, however, career shakeups. What you thought was your ride and die career could just disappear. And you may also be asked to take on authority in a situation which you don't want to. So be very adaptable in your professional life and maybe get ready to pursue unconventional paths. Okay, Libra, here we go. It's activating your 9th house. So expect all of this wild stuff, such as travel and expansion, new belief systems. The world is your oyster. It's time to go on those adventures you've been planning. Uranus lights up your solar ninth house, which is travel, education, higher consciousness, higher mind. You're going to expand your horizons near and far. And you might find yourself taking on some new philosophical or spiritual leanings. Your worldview can expand dramatically, and you will have experiences with travel, education, and new philosophies. So step outside of your comfort zone, feel the fear, and do it anyway, Libra. Now remember, it's not just your sun zodiac sign, but it's also if you know that your moon's in Libra or you're Libra rising. So going into Scorpio now, this is good for all the Scorpio risings out there, like myself and others. I know I meet a lot of Scorpio rises, but Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon, you can expect some financial transformation. Uranus is energizing your eighth house, which is, you know how to rock the eighth house. You're the eighth house king. So this is not an uncomfortable area where it is for a lot of people. It's going to transform how you handle your shared resources. Intimacy can get quite intense. There can be breakthroughs. You're going to deal with deep-rooted psychological patterns. You may also get some boons and receive unexpected windfalls financially, which actually may be due to resets or shifts you've done in your money mindset. So a lot about money and the connection and worthiness, going out of scarcity consciousness, going into surplus thinking. You may see sudden changes in investments, inheritances, or partners' finances. Transformation for you runs very, very deep. It's going to give you emotional liberation. And as always, renew, release, and embrace these new emotional, energetic, freedom patterns coming into your life. Well, they're not patterns. You've broken up the patterns, so you're enjoying freedom as a result. So let's move on to Sagittarius. Uranus is transiting through your solar seventh house. So you're opposite Gemini. It's all about relationships, and there could be sudden beginnings and endings in relationship. However, it's to give you more freedom in your relationship life. And so you may seek more freedom outside of relationships. You may become more experimental in your relationship approach and maybe look for unconventional partnerships, or certainly people who are mentally stimulating to you. And you could grow closer to somebody or further apart. Relationships will be unpredictable, but they will be a source of awakening for you. You can attract people who challenge and expand your thinking. And you're looking for freedom and intellectual connection in partnerships. So it's all about the other, Sagittarius. Capricorn, you've got your work cut out for you. It's all about health. It's your sixth house in the solar chart. Health reset. Health is a primary focus, and that includes health and life force enhancement in order to achieve daily and long-term goals. The pursuit of wellness and vitality is prioritized. Your sixth house of work, health, daily routines is up for reinvention. So try things different. Try different things until you can find your rhythm and get your groove. Sixth house also affects job. So you might find yourself increasingly dissatisfied with your existing job and may want to make a shift. You'll also be looking at wellness from a new way, which means you might be open to trying new supplements, new healing frequencies, and a total lifestyle overhaul. The more you're adaptable and flow with your schedule, the easier it will be. The more rigid, the more lessons you're going to have to learn. So your daily life in general becomes very experimental. Your work and health routines will shift in unexpected ways. Find your new rhythm, Capricorn. Okay, Aquarius. Air feeds air. You're being activated by fellow air sign Gemini, throwing you some bolts of lightning. And also Uranus is your chart ruler. So this is go time for you as it activates your solar fifth house, which is going to bring creative breakthroughs. If ever there was a time to produce your magnus opus or your life's ultimate visionary work, this is it. You are soul driven to produce some of your most finely, divinely inspired, distinctive offerings to the world. Just do it. Your planetary ruler is ready to rock for the next 7 years, feeling quite comfortable in the abode of fellow air sign Gemini, as I mentioned. Your communication abilities are enhanced and you receive upgrades to body, mind, and spirit. You are stimulated creatively and inspired from the heart. You produce these pioneering works that are heartfelt, because fifth house is the house of the heart to heart connection. So it will also bring some jolts in creativity, romance, and self-expression. Love can find you, but they can come in strong and hard and fizzle fast. Creative projects could really take unexpected turns, and the children in your life may surprise you with their own leaps in their innovation and independence. There can be creative and romantic breakthroughs. So rock and roll, Aquarius. And then we come to Pisces. It's activating your fourth house of home, family, and roots. There could be shakeups. You may have to move. That goes without saying. It may come suddenly, or you may need to renovate or live in an unconventional housing situation. The family dynamics could shift as well, where people are coming into the house or leaving unexpectedly or suddenly. A desire for freedom in your personal life will affect the decisions you make, and your home and foundation shift. So it could be as simply as having maybe 2 homes, or relocating, moving. If you're living by the ocean, you want to move to the mountains. So some major shifts. It's almost like, or that ideal house that you want, you find it, or you want to downsize and go live in a tiny house in the woods and be off the grid. So all kinds of things that may be unconventional or shocking in the living situation as well. So you're redefining what home really means. The other thing is that the fourth house is your earlier life, your unconscious or subconscious. So there can be a lot of memories that surface about your early home life and your family. It's going to stir up these subconscious issues that are ready for healing. And this is the time when you can have instantaneous healing, not only of this lifetime inner child wounds, but of past lives. So it's kind of exciting. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. Check out, again, my podcast, Cosmic Scene with Jill Jardine. It's on all major podcast platforms. It's on YouTube in the audio version. Here's the video version. Remember to subscribe, share it with friends, follow me, give me a like, and book a reading with Jill Jardine, astrology.com. It's a personal reading. Click on the link before and click on the link below and give me some likes. And what you want to hear more about, I'd enjoy comments of what people want to know about astrologically, because I'm always willing to make a video on something astrological, as it's been my life's work. Namaste.